Good morning, Brenda. Paste. Good morning, Brenda. So, how's everybody doing today? Today is Thursday, the 8th of May. Hey, Jody. What? Come here. Come here. You're just full of piss and vinegar, aren't you? I'm gonna let him out. Right back.
What's up, Jody, Brenda, Jim? Warren, how's it going, man?
Oh, there he is.
What's up, Paul?
How you doing, Justin?
It's going.
Boone ate his breakfast and then he's fired up and he's running around like a madman. So I'd let him out.
What's up, Joe?
Justin.
Hey, Joe, good
Oh.
morning. Joe, what are you doing? Eating beans on toast?
Yeah,
Okay, good for you.
graham cracker.
David will be glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Those are
David
some
could-
small graham crackers.
well, that's half of one.
Uh-huh.
I've eaten the other half already.
Those are so good when you dip them in milk. Oh,
Yeah, I'm in a mood where I don't know what I want to eat sometimes.
I hear you. I understand that.
It's that medicine doing it to me. Hey, Jody, Brenda, Jim, Warren.
I have to be careful about the picket lines out there.
What picket lines?
The squirrels have a picket line. Give us peanuts. Give us peanuts.
All you gotta do is shoot them.
It's illegal to kill anything inside the city of Port Huron.
I don't believe that. All you got to do is throw a little rat poison out there to take care of it.
Yeah, and any other dog or anything else that goes by. I have a lot of people walk their animals. They don't come on my property very far, but all I need is for somebody to something to eat that and then go over and then die next to the sidewalk and a dog take a bite out of it.
Get the stuff that when they eat it, they got to go find water and they go. About a year ago, maybe a little more than that, I had something in a crawl space above me. You could hear it scratching. So they came out and
I'm amazed by the news. At Columbia University, over 100
yeah,
Muslims wearing scarves and headgear are creating issues and attacking the Jewish students because this is their what do you call it? Their graduation time or final exam.
yeah.
And they were just doing announcements saying, "Leave now, or we're going to have the police take you away," and over and over again, and they're just not.
All they need to do is bring the police in, arrest every one of them,
Yep.
and if they're here on a visa,
Yep.
revoke the visa and send them home.
Send them home.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, the sad part of it is us out here in real life, we can't imagine how stupid people can be at the higher level.
It's only certain people at higher levels.
A lot of universities not putting up with that crap anymore. Like all the Florida universities, you start doing crap like that, and you best believe they're going to kick your ass out of school and get you off campus as quick as possible.
Well, that's what they need to do. It's the easiest way to do it. If they're here and even if they're legally here and they're here on a visa, they're doing an inciting riot type of thing, and it's all against the law. They can't do it on a visa. It says that that's detrimental acts or whatever. Just tell them goodbye. You're gone. You can't come back now.
Yeah,
I don't care if you've graduated or whatever. You lost all that money. Go. Get away from us. Lock them up, send them home. Tell them they got to go.
Then you got Pakistan and India bombing each other.
Well, the cool thing about that is both of them have nuclear weapons.
He said the cool thing.
Yeah, they can end it real quick.
Like, what's going to start World War III? No, it isn't. If they bomb each other, everybody's going to sit back and watch.
Yeah, they could wipe them off the map, couldn't they?
The U.S. and Russia, all them are just going to start fucking launching everybody because them two started doing it. Like, everybody's going to know right off the bat what's going on. I mean, will it cause problems in neighboring countries? Of course, because of fallout and different shit like that, but
Well, and common sense just isn't, they shouldn't be called common sense because the average person should think, if I don't like that country, I'm not going to have anything to do with them. Just leave them alone. Let them do their thing.
But the weird thing is so Pakistan technically is considered a non-ally to the U.S. and India isn't really an ally, but they do a lot of military drills with the U.S.
Yeah.
That was the only reason Pakistan didn't do shit when we went in there and we killed Osama bin Laden. Because technically they were an ally and they weren't going to do nothing any fucking way, but still. Technically they are a non-NATO, considered a non-NATO ally, along with like Brazil and a couple other countries.
Yep. My editor dropped off my award yesterday, and he looked at me and he said, "I just want to let you know." He said, "You don't have to say a thing. I don't know how you lost." He said, "I don't know how you lost." He said, "That picture that won should not have beat yours." He said, "The picture came in third place, should not have been in third place." He said, "You're the only photographer for the St. Tammany Forum that won a sports award." He said even the other pictures that we thought had a chance to rival yours didn't even come into place. He
Well,
said,
and that just because it was editors choosing the pictures don't mean that they're any
Small,
kind of
small
photographer
town
expert.
politics, right, Justin?
well, we figured out what it was. I said, who last year, see, it used to be that it was the state of Louisiana that voted on the pictures. So they knew everybody. So everybody up north was winning all the time. So all the press associations got together. So look, we got to do it different because people are complaining. We got to go to another state and let them. We'll do theirs and we'll do ours, and you do ours. So last year they went to Mississippi. Mississippi did them, and we did them, and that's how they went. And everybody was happy. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna win now," and I did. This year it was South Dakota that voted on them. So that's a bunch of Yankees. That tells me what it is right there.
Well, what I'm saying is just because they're newspaper editors don't make them any kind of expert on photos. You know?
Oh, I know. I know. It's just something they like. It comes down to something they like, you know. And he said, and I told him about what Don said about being simplistic. He says, yeah, he kind of figures that's what it was. He said, but yours was a game-winning shot with a lot of complexities in there that you'd never catch all the time.
Yeah.
And you got them all. He said, that's what I don't understand. I said, well, hey, it is what it is, you know, like that. I said, didn't make me any extra money. It wouldn't have made me any extra money. He started laughing, right? He said, you know how to pay you more. It's all bullshit. You know, so we're out there talking. And I said, yeah, simplistic. I got him already for next year. And I told him about the shot with Hannah and the shot. He said, oh, yeah. He said, those would have probably beat the one in there today. He said, yeah, those are the two for next year, at least right now. He said, that one of you reaching out with the guy reaching out and making the tag, he said, I like more than Hannah's. He said, but Hannah's got a lot more stuff in it.
Right.
I said,
Oh, what's
yeah. I
up,
said,
TJ?
so we'll see.
Oh, TJ, I got a video for you if you come on the panel. Otherwise, I'm not showing it.
TJ should come on the panel. So
he's off today. Is he off today or is he working?
3 days off in a row.
Yeah, this is his third day off. So have y'all seen those roses that Johnny was making?
Yes.
So I got the same program on my printer, and that's what it looks like. It filled it in. It didn't make it like a regular rose. And I don't have a clue.
That looks good from here, but I see
there's I'll show you the
there's
I'll
no
show you
separation.
The difference. Yeah, he had separation and everything, right? And I mean, I don't understand. It's a lot heavier. It took a lot more stuff. I double checked all the settings. It's no reason why I should have done that. It's just that's the way. It's a different printer. Huh?
Did he change the infill?
No, it's a different printer. That's what the thing is. I think it's geocode's different.
So he didn't.
Last night I did find one.
To it?
I printed this one last night. Yeah, Paul. I printed this one last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a complete different. Now I printed that one the other day, and as soon as I took it off the thing, it just completely fell apart. So I had to play with it last night, and I made the infill a little bit thicker. And the infill a little bit. I went from 15% to 40% on the sides, and now it's solid.
How did it fall apart? Was the base just not connected on it?
It was it was so thin. As soon as I picked it up, it went in my hand. I went, oh my God. You know? But I printed a smaller one last night, and I said, that's nice, but it's too small, so I made one a little bit bigger. Like that.
Well, actually, that look good together because all of the tulips aren't the same size.
Well, this roses.
Rose, I mean.
And that's the stem for it. I got to glue the stem on this one. So I've adjusted everything, so now I can print. It takes 4 hours to print three of them. They take about an hour a piece, hour and 20 minutes a piece, or something like this. So they're printing about the same time now as Johnny's was. So tonight I'll print, or later today I'll print 3 of the other colors. Tonight I'll print 3 colors. Tomorrow I'll print 3 colors. I'll get all my dozen done.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where you start getting them riled up. All right, TJ. So we'll see how many times TJ can say clean in one video. Ready?
Oh.
To an episode of T.
Oh yeah, where I was doing the Buddha
Clean up
thing.
on the inside, clean them up a little bit, like cleaned up a little bit, cleaned up a little bit, off, clean around his head, the back of the inside a little bit, clean in there, clean the top off a little bit, up,
A little bit.
clean up on his body a little, up a little bit around the edges,
Clean him up a little bit.
cleaning, getting back to cleaning.
Say it again. Say something else. Oh. Say something else. Say something else.
So precious, so clean.
That was pretty good. That was pretty
Pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
You need to give him that one for a short.
That's funny.
We said clean like times, I swear.
Uh,
So we're gonna do a little clean, clean.
so precious, so clean, clean.
I'll send it to him. Hold
Say it again. Say it again. That's funny.
on. Yeah, I sent you the link. You just click on it and you can download it.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to you. Messenger.
Hey, TJ, it looked like when you were finished, you were pretty clean.
Yeah, I know. I know. I went to Walmart yesterday and got a frame for my poster and hung it on the wall.
Damn it! That's what I keep forgetting to get as a fucking poster for David's the thing he sent me. I keep forgetting to get that damn frame for it.
Like, yeah, it was $14 at Walmart, which wasn't bad.
What so how is the old Buddha doing out in the yard?
He's doing pretty good. He hasn't fell apart yet. So I guess that Gorilla Glue is holding on pretty strong.
So what happened to it? You hit it with the
I don't know.
Nevada?
I guess over time, I guess when you put, I don't know, ceramic things out in your yard or whatever, I guess from like the sun or whatever, it just kind of fell apart or whatever. Maybe it got knocked, or maybe like the planter got knocked over and it fell and broke.
I think you hit it with the Nevada.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what it was. I didn't see it and it just, oh, there it goes. Ah, now I got to fix it.
Now you got to clean it.
Yeah, I got to clean it.
Don't encourage Paul. Okay, we don't need a seal this morning.
No.
The only seal we want is what you call it, is Jason. Hey, Johnny. Oh, here we go.
We do that just for your
Time to
benefit,
go.
Joe.
I know.
Joe turned it.
No, that's funny.
What's up,
Well,
Johnny?
you know what I find funny is Johnny comes on and Joe turns his camera off right away. Good morning, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah,
It's hard to like that guy, Johnny.
Yeah, we were at the Boynton Beach Inlet just a little while ago. We went out there flying, and Al was talking to Johnny about Ray a little bit this morning with that missing guy. I don't think they're ever gonna find him, anyways.
I think they're wasting their time now. It's been so long. He'll
Yeah.
wash up. He'll float up. Oh, he was eating.
TJ, what did you want to know what an ASMR video was for?
Well, because who was it that I was talking to? Oh, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were talking about what were we talking about? Like posting videos or something, and we were talking about on like silent videos or whatever. Like, I was talking about eating something or whatever. And I was trying to remember what it was, where you're just like eating something or making noise or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, is that what those things are called?"
Those videos get crazy ass amounts of views.
Yeah.
Like ASMR stands for.
Yeah. What
it's
does it stand for? Like,
It's actually a medical term. Hold on, I can't remember. It's some weird shit. Hold on.
what does ASMR stand for?
I'm curious. I'm thinking too. I can't remember.
It is
Oh, and
no
sensory.
autonomous sensory meridian
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody made that up.
So what it is it's people, some people get relaxed by certain sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody made that up.
Silent videos.
I've never used that in all the days I wrote reports. So
Yeah, I think I'm
All I-
gonna make one. And
Yeah,
just,
but
like,
it's not
just
like a
crumble a piece of-
medical condition. What it is
like
is
sit
it's
there and
just
just crumble a
your-
piece of paper.
it's just a natural thing of people liking certain sounds.
Yeah.
I think it's a real thing. Suggests that the experience is not controlled by the individual, but rather as spontaneous bodily response.
Like just sit there and crumble a piece of plastic or something, or a piece of paper.
I was gonna throw this away because I've just been looking at it and wondering why I didn't do it right. But I found out just now that stem will fit down in there real snug, and I could use that little flower on it, and it uses like a little vase for it.
So how do you get the stems to stay on there? You just drill a hole like at the bottom of it, at the bottom of the flower, and then
No, you gotta glue them.
uh
Gorilla glue.
Well, it's really all how you design it, TJ. Some people could design it with like a thread at the end of the stem that would screw in the bottom. You could glue it.
Yeah, that's how the tulips are. The tulips have a
Yeah.
thread on both that they screwed in. I wish
really-
I wish it would have been the same guy and he would have done the same thing.
Because the thing
Yeah,
is,
I
you
think-
can take any print and throw it to a CAD system, and you can play around with it and do what you want with it if you know how to use the program.
Yep.
I mean, if
Ugh.
you learn how to use a CAD
Boston
program,
cream donut.
Yeah.
Hey,
This-
you can
this
feed
is-
those to the squirrel.
This is in honor of Joe, Boston Creams.
but if you use
you-
a CAD system, your possibilities are pretty much endless at that point.
Yeah. You can throw that out there. The squirrels will eat that. Oh, never mind. The big squirrel's eating it.
I mean, that's literally what Dennis Lovelady did for Lance, because Lance wanted that specific mount for the Avata to mount that camera, but no manufacturer made that fucking type of mount that he needed. And what did Dennis do? He went in the CAD system, built a thing he was looking for, printed it out.
I made
Oh,
one
does,
too. For him.
does Dennis do 3D printing too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Dennis knows how to use the CAD. Like Dennis
Yeah.
is really good with the CAD system.
I wonder if you could do that little action figure for me.
What action figure?
The one that's on the front of my phone.
I mean, really, it's all whether the programs can 3D scan it good enough.
That
If you're trying to do it the easiest way, I mean, you
You're
could
gonna have to
design
find
one-
you're gonna have to scan something like that to get it first.
Yeah, because designing
Yeah.
one from scratch would probably takes a bit of work.
Now you know what would be awesome is if you could do Chat GPT and say, make me a action figure and then convert it to a STL file.
Yeah, I
Have you tried that?
screenshot it and then sent it to Randy to see if he could do it, but he said it would take too long or whatever.
Yeah, I'd have to find out if like I said, if it could convert it to a STL file to make it look just like whatever they showed you, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I might have to ask.
Because Alex sent me that, and I just made it my for my home screen, and then, like I said, I took a screenshot of it. and
Oh,
sent it.
Joe, you can. It says, yes, I can help create a picture or a 3D model and export it to an STL file for 3D printing. To get started, could you please tell me? And then it wants you to describe or upload a picture of what you're looking for.
Oh, Lord help me.
and then it can convert it into an STL file.
You
TJ could do
gotta
that
be
himself
kidding me.
and then just send somebody the file.
What I could do? What?
Go to Chat
I was just
GPT.
going to say, we're talking about TJ here.
Go to Chat GPT.
uh,
Upload that picture of the action figure and ask it to make a render it into a 3D model into an STL file.
I mean,
Let's
because
see
I
if it
have
will
the
do it.
I have the Chat GPT app on my phone.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You can upload a photo to it and then ask it to make a 3D rendering of it into an STL file.
All right,
And
let's
then,
see.
and then send the file to somebody with the 3D printer and see what it looks like when they actually upload the file. Joe, I'd try the same thing with the picture of your action figure.
I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, see what it spits out.
How do I do that? Let's see.
Pull up the app. There should be a little picture logo somewhere on the app that tells you how to. That tells
Says explore GPT's.
Okay, you see at the very bottom where it shows the little picture icon.
Well, this is what I did like last week. I did like what I would be like as a dog human as a whatever.
No. Just ignore that. That's all just past stuff you did. Down at the bottom of the application where it says ask anything, do you see a little picture logo?
There's a plus sign and then there's like two like lines with circles on it, a microphone, and then I guess like the voice thing.
Yeah, let's go find
It
it.
doesn't show a little picture logo down
No,
there?
maybe add maybe.
Or
And
do
then
you
and then
oh,
there's
do you see the little pencil at the top with the box in it? I don't know, it might be different.
yeah,
on
because
Apple.
like mine, there's like two lines on the left, and then there's like a bubble with dotted lines or whatever.
Yeah, see, you're on Apple, so it might be different, but on mine, I can either go to the bottom and go to my gallery, or at the top, there's a pencil with a little box. You can click on that, and it will ask you to either create an image, upload an image, summarize a text.
Photos.
Yeah, that might work.
It's not that easy.
What do you mean?
I
it's
did
not
that, and it
easy?
just says to create a 3D model next, but that's your value from your action figure style image process involves several steps typically involving 3D modeling software. Here's how we can proceed.
Hey, slow it
So-
down so we can understand what you're saying, Joe.
It says I got to do a bunch of shit.
Oh, mine, it just told me to upload the photo I wanted to render.
Yeah, okay, so what I did, Justin, there was a little plus sign, and so I went to photos, and then I got the little action, it uploaded the action figure where it says ask anything. So what do I need to ask it? See if it can do what now?
Ask it if it can render it into a 3D model or render it into an STL file for a 3D model. Yes, you'd want to word it.
So put
Hold on.
render into 3D file.
No, render it into an STL file.
Into an whoops.
ST is in Tom.
Oh, ST. I thought you said SD. Render into
STL is in Louisiana.
STL file.
Yes.
As in
Okay. Okay, it's telling me a bunch of steps it's got to do, and then it asks me, do you want to render it like this? So I'm telling it yes. So it's working on it right now.
All right.
Yeah,
to convert the image of this toy figure into a STL file for 3D printing, here's what we'll need to do.
That's what I just told you.
And then but what does he do after that? He just says
Got like
yes,
4 or
do
5. It's got about 4 steps.
it? Yeah, but do you just tell it to do it, or
It will ask me, said, do you want us to do it, or you want a certain software? And they said, do you want us to start? I said yes. And
yeah,
it's
just say
processing.
can you process it TJ, or say yes.
Well, and then there's 3 steps, and then at the bottom it says, if you'd like, I can help guide you through this process or generate a basic stylized 3D.
Just say, yeah,
Say yes.
yes.
Say yes, generate.
Where do I?
Type.
Down where it says ask anything, just put
Should
in
be a
there,
block
yes,
underneath.
generate.
Oh, just hit yes, or just
Or,
type
put,
yes.
can you, you pretty much can ask a question like anybody else. Just put, can you generate it? And it will know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just tested it with my YouTube logo, and it's.
And then there was Lance. Mr.
Hey,
Cadena.
Lance.
Cadena.
Hi, Lance.
How's the weather out there, Lance?
You wouldn't
It's
believe what I
absolutely
told you.
horrible.
Okay, so it's processing image right now.
You
I wouldn't be
believe it if I told
surprised if this doesn't kill
Kill what?
CAD systems. Like AI kills them, because you could just put in there the parameters you want, and it just
Yep.
fucking generates the STL file for you. Like, you really wouldn't have to fuck around with CAD systems too much. See,
Well,
like
shoot, if I could-
when Randy told you it was going to take too long, it's because he's thinking he'd have to do it in a CAD system, and it would be a bitch to do. But with ChatGPT, if it does it correctly, then you pretty much did all the work for you.
Oh. Well, see, I'd like to have somebody 3D print it and then like have it in my hand.
You don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Well, what you got to
The
do?
one that would print it, we could print it for you better would be Randy, because it's 8 colors he can do.
Yeah. Well, it's processing image. I'm just waiting for it to process so I can see
Well,
what
it's going to be a while.
Well, to
I
print
guarantee
a,
it's going to take a while.
well, to print a small action figure, say what, 3-4 inches, and then all the little accessories. I mean, really, you'd be looking at maybe $20. I mean, it wouldn't cost that much in filament, even close.
Well,
to
it's not going to cost
$20.
filament, but it's going to be how hard it is to put it in there. Like his, I don't know how you. I know you paint the areas and you tell it what color you want. So that's how he have to do. You have to go in and paint everything and get the colors right. You know, as close as possible.
He would have a lot easier time on a bamboo, though.
Well, that's what I mean. I can't do that because mine, I was gonna have the different colors. All I'm telling you is, come September, I will have me one like what you call it,
Lloyd.
Lloyd. I'll have one like Lloyd, since I won't be able to ever buy a drone again.
Now, can you add more colors onto that printer, or is it just 4
8.
and that's it?
You can do
up to
8.
You might as well just go with the bamboo and do 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna see the difference in cost. If the cost is relative, I might go with the bamboo because it's faster.
Well, think about it too. If you get the 4 add-ons for it, you'd hardly ever have to switch fucking filament. I mean, that's 16 colors.
Yeah. What I like about the bamboo, what I really like about the bamboo, is it's a lot quieter. I was sitting at Johnny's when he was sitting next to me and started it from where it was on his phone. And he didn't have to download anything. He just found the thing. He was looking for that windmill flower. And we found it, and he said, send it to the printer, printer picked it up and started printing it.
Well, you know what's weird about like the Ender 3s, right? Is it wasn't the hardware that was loud. It was literally the board that ran it. So you could buy an upgraded board for like $40, I think it was, for the board, something like that. And you could take out the old board that came with it, the standard board, and put in the new one, like essentially the motherboard for it. And all of a sudden the thing was night and day difference, just silent as fuck.
Wow.
It wasn't the actual mechanics of the printer that was loud.
Yeah, that shit's taking forever.
Yeah, it's going to take a while because it's complex.
Yeah.
Got to go in there and figure what it. See, I wish I would have done that when I made it originally. Maybe then it would have been easier.
Well,
But it still should work.
Well, plus ChatGPT, every time you put something in there, it always says there's tons of people using it.
Yeah.
And then it'll give you that thing that, oh, it's going to take a while. Even for a standard image, you'll be looking at a couple
It
minutes.
says a lot of people are generating images right now, so this might take a bit.
Yeah. We'll notify
We
you
will
when your
we'll-
image is
yeah.
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
there's like
okay. I'll let it
probably,
run.
probably hundreds of millions of
Lord,
people are
Am.
using that.
We got
It'll be
another weather person, Amber, that's on. That she's in her like early 40s maybe, and she might actually be older than that, but it's just facial doesn't look it. But I put like this, Hannah is just smoking hot. She's in her 20s. But this woman here, she looks like she's married. That's the worst part about it. But she looks like she's maybe about 10, 15 pounds heavier than she should be. But everything's proportioned right. And I can't watch her. I can't. I feel things move.
I like how Joe says it like the married part's the only thing that's keeping her from getting
Yeah, I don't have a chance. If she didn't have a ring on, I'd have a chance. Whenever they don't have a ring, you always have a chance. Actually, with a ring, you have a chance.
Yeah, that doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, they say people with like when they wear wedding rings, it actually makes them more desirable.
You're right. They got a Instagram last night. Oh, I saw they got that one woman that's always threatening to kill her husband. The one that said, the one that killed her husband because he said he was going to cheat on her. He said, "Would you leave me?" He said, "No, until death do us part." Like this and all that stuff. And last night they got the woman walks up and goes to kiss the guy and says, he goes, "Wait, I'm married. I can't do this." She goes, "I'm married too. What's the difference?" And the wife shows up behind and says, "Close your eyes," breaks her neck, walks over to him and he says, "I pushed her away. Did you see it?" And she reaches up and she takes both sides of his head and she reaches up and she gives him a kiss and she goes, "That's why you're not with her." Well, that's a scary woman, boy. I'd have to wait for her to go to sleep and then I'd go to jail.
I think Johnny disappeared after the Chat GPT conversation. We're probably testing it too.
He might be. No, John is there. He's lurking.
I haven't heard anybody actually ask or say that they've done anything with Chat GPT on 3D prints. So it's kind of interesting to figure that out. Doesn't surprise me it can do it though.
So when I sent my Air 2S in, when gimbal was giving me problems, they got the thing at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 2:30 in the afternoon, they told me what was wrong with it, and they would fix and what it cost to fix it. And at 4 o'clock, it was in the mail coming back to me. Right? They've had it for a day, and they say it's in inspection based on the case. So they must be yanking that thing apart. Because they got I tell you, the flight record. I didn't know if you heard that. I found the place in Air Data, and if Dre's on, he could hear it too. It was you had to go to the high def, the HD viewer, and when you go to the HD viewer, it goes line by line of everything it's doing, and it says it was 4 feet from me and it was going down in altitude at 0.5 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden it went from there to 2.2 miles per hour towards me. That fast. Where it just decided to go forward. And with the obstacle avoidance on. That's why it shouldn't have come forward. That's going to be the key right there.
I'm gonna go ahead and install Chat GPT on my computer, so I don't have to go through the web browser.
You might have heard about a bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Are they giving you an
Good morning.
advisory yet, Joe?
No, they got it, but they, like I said, it's in the inspection phase, and they've had it for over 24 hours. But what it is that I know they're tearing it apart because they got to figure out why that thing. Like I said, the records do show that all of a sudden it picked up speed with obstacle avoidance. You know.
Log in.
I'm waiting. I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna say. I got a feeling when it's all said and done, all they're gonna do is say we're gonna just send you a new one. And I'm hoping that they don't have a Mavic 3 available and they say, we'll send you the Mavic 3 Pro. Now that would be cool. It's hard when you lose a drone like that and you've flown 204 flights with it because you feel like it's part of you.
That's what I do, Joe. I fly that Air 2S all the time. And it's like, at my age and stage in life, I'm not ready for a change.
That's not the point, Paul.
Because I know what it's going to do, you know?
But Air 3S would be just as good, and you'd do the same thing. It works the same way, and you'd have a better control of it.
Dude, ChatGPT is expensive. $20 a month if you want the plan.
If you want what?
If you want the plus
plan.
plan. I mean, I'd get it if it was like $5 a month, but I'm not paying $20 with that.
It didn't
And then
even mine didn't even generate. I guess
And
I
then
don't know.
the Pro plan's $200.
It takes a while,
Still
TJ.
generating, TJ.
You
Have
can
patience,
You can
TJ.
close the app out, TJ, and go back in it later. You don't have to like sit in there while it's doing it. It will upload it to the app.
Either that, or you just pause the, just put the generating app in your bottom file down there, and then pull it up later. You know.
Yeah.
So,
What are you
Dude, the
trying to
Pro-
generate, TJ?
I just closed it out, so hopefully it'll.
he's generating a 3D print STL file for his action figure. His ChatGPT, you can it will render stuff for you into STL files for you, and it can do 3D.
So then you can print it on a printer?
Yeah, it will actually generate the file for you.
When did it start doing that? Because it didn't do it yesterday for me.
We just figured it out just now. Me and Joe were talking about it, and I was like, I wonder if it will do it. And then me and him started playing with it and figured out it could, and then TJ did it too. All we did was we asked it, we uploaded just a random image, and they uploaded their action figures, and I just asked it, can you render this into a 3D model into an STL file for 3D printing? And it said, yeah. And then it asked me, do you want to use another software, or do you want me to do it for you? And then you just ask it to do it for you. But we haven't seen the results of it yet because they're still waiting on theirs. I didn't actually go all the way through with mine, but it's taking a lot longer because it's 3D. But no, look at their Pro plan is $200 a month. Who the fuck's paying for that?
That's why I got the free version.
The free version does quite enough.
Today is Lon Denard's birthday and Night Trains.
Oh, happy birthday, all!
Happy birthday, guys!
Happy birthday to Mike and just Mike.
Lon and Night Train.
Happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday today.
Just Mike. Happy birthday to Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
We get the hint, Justin. You don't want nothing to do with Lon.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Saying he's an interesting cat.
But yeah, the free version you can only do, I think, so many things a day, though, right? Isn't there a limit?
Yeah.
PJ?
Two.
Well,
two.
you can do all the chat, all
American.
the stuff you want. You can't only add so many pictures a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PJ, you're American, aren't you?
I hope so. Last time I checked.
Well, you're supposed to eat to the square.
Like you'd have to really be using
eat the square.
Eat to the square. Joe will know what I mean.
No, I don't. I'm lost. What is eating?
Wait, Are you in the military? Was in the military?
Yeah, but I never heard that term
Square
before. It
meals
must be
a
a
day.
British thing.
Right, you're supposed to eat to the square, so you lift the fork up to level with your mouth, and then you move the fork to your mouth. You're not supposed to lean in. Apparently, it's supposed to help with controlling the battlefield with a gun. I don't get it.
David, you're not supposed to lick the ball either, and TJ does that.
Well, actually,
because I'm in the comfort of my own home and I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
actually, TJ, in the battlefield, that's great because you lick the ball clean. You can put it straight back in your bag and get on with the business of battling it out.
So,
Dude, you
David,
have to-
what is a geedunk?
A what?
A geedunk. If Joe's really military, he knows what it is. If he,
Oh,
if he-
Giat?
Another new one for me.
What's a geedunk?
A Giat is a nice ass.
A geedunk.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the reason I know about Eat to the Square is because it's mentioned in a lot of the films, like Combat.
I know what it
Academy and
is.
stuff.
A geedunk is the sound that the missile hits when it kicks your ass.
Nope. A geedunk is a snack. The military called that when I was a kid. My dad was in the military in the 60s and 70s. They called them geedunks. We're gonna go
Didn't
get
call
a
it when I was in. Must be the Army.
No, it was the Navy.
Either way, that's a problem right there.
Dude, you gotta be really using ChatGPT to pay $200 a month.
You know what? I know why they call it that now. You know why? Because when they were walking through and they dropped the apple on the ground, how it said "gadunk" when it hit the ship. Well, let's call the apple a gadunk. It's a snack.
You escaping, Paul? Are you escaping, Paul?
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch a ship.
Oh, they gadunked it in. They gadunked the graham cracker in some milk. Gadunked it.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, check your chat, your Facebook chat.
Who, me?
Yeah, I just sent you something.
Paul, you know what baboon splat is?
I know what that is.
That's his ass end of a baboon.
No, it's a sound when the ship's going to make when you try catching it. Baboom splat.
Oh, you said baboom. I thought you said baboon.
Hey Lance, that's all I put in there, and I put the action figure of me. That's all I put in there.
Okay.
Then it
Tell
gives you
what, that
instructions.
peregrine's proud up there, isn't it?
Is this still generating?
Oh yeah,
Oh wow.
it might be a week. Yeah. I'm just letting it go.
So what have you asked it to do?
I put in there. I said, what I did is I put my picture and standing there holding the camera, and it says, make this picture into an action of this action figure into a 3D model and convert into an STL file. All I said.
And then it will ask you, do you want us to show you how to do it through whatever program of your choice, or do you want me to do it? And then you just tell it you want it to do it.
Right, send me that command that you did. I'm going to play around with that later.
Lord help me.
I'm
Needy
going
people.
to destroy Chat GDP. You're
Y'all
going to
some
find out.
needy-
You're
y'all
going to
some
find
needy
out why they
people,
need.
Brits.
You're going to find out why they need some people to pay $200 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like their prices are a little high.
Cheers,
like,
Joe.
like I understand having a free plan, but even $20 a month is a little much.
You see, I like Sunol's price. You know, it's only £7.
You
It's
know, if
$10. $10,
Yeah.
but it cost me $7.50.
yeah, but if you get the $200 plan, it actually includes Suno with it. If you look at
Well,
the plans on that,
That's a little bit too much for that.
Yeah. Let me see, $7.50, or you just use the free version. Hey, Brenda, use the free version to actually generate the lyrics, modify the lyrics, and then get Suno to produce it, and then you own the copyright.
There's the peregrine falcon right there.
Yeah, as I
Yeah,
say,
go fly your drone right under. Go fly your drone under.
Under the bridge.
Go
Wouldn't
fly
that-
that drone right under that falcon. Go ahead.
Wouldn't that be illegal?
Yeah, you can't harass the falcon.
No, you're not going to harass him. He's going to harass you.
No, he doesn't. He stays away from me.
We'll find out. Make sure you screen recording. Get a screen
yeah.
recording of that because that'll be priceless.
Oh, never mind. It's not Suno. It's Sora video generation. It includes.
All right.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna
included
say.
in the $20 and the $200 a month.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I did some video, AI video generating, and the fucking hell, the crap. They are not there yet.
I mean, what you're paying for that one a month, I would probably. I mean, you're already using ChatGPT. I would try the $20. I mean, if it's 20 here, it's got to be what, about 17 pounds there, 16 pounds.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
I would try
Like I
it out
said,
for a
it was
month just to see.
$10. $10
There
for
goes,
Suno,
there
but it
goes
charged
the
me
ball.
£7.50.
Oh my god!
And he's gone.
I would.
Almost
I
got
would.
mutant.
I probably would.
Get him laughing and come out his nose.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute that. Anyway, I would try. I would try the $20.
Can't believe you did a muted Paul.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Catch you later, Paul.
I would try that for a month just to see how good it is, since it includes video generation. I wouldn't. I'll probably try it for just 1 month just to see. But that's still, to me, that's still kind of pricey though. Honestly, I'd be more comfortable if it was around like $10 a month.
Yeah. By the way, last night when Paul ended, yeah, I got a pop-up, an advert, yeah, about PPE work safety. And I was like, oh, what the hell's this? And I had a little video. And in the video, it said, if you watch to the end, yeah, when you get to the end, you can actually buy something and tell us how much you're willing to pay. Right? And I clicked it and I paid 40 pence for 6 high-vis jackets. And they're on the way.
What are you going to use high-vis jackets for?
Now we're talking.
Stewards, Marshalls on the day of my charity event.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you can give one to Laura too.
Now we're talking.
Well,
She
if
don't
we-
get hit. So she
yeah, but
don't
if
get hit when she's out walking around.
Oh, don't go there. She is not in a good place today. Did you hear what she did?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't actually talked to Laura in a couple days.
Yeah. We got a cupboard. You know when she's live, you got that cupboard behind her
Yeah.
with a warning sign on it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I cleared it out yesterday and said she could have it for her stuff. And Rio and Bluey went flying in, and both of them crashed into it. Bluey came off worse than Rio, very badly dazed. So it took me a while to get him. Well, she was putting stuff in it, and I don't know what she was doing, but I think she got herself pissed off, and she went to slam the cupboard door, but didn't move her head quick enough and slammed it straight into her head.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got
that
a
would've hurt.
massive bruise on the side of her head. She nearly knocked
From
herself
the-
out.
from the door hitting her in the head last
Yeah.
night or whatever.
Yeah, and she's just sleeping a lot now. She definitely concussed herself.
Oh man, that always sucks when you hurt yourself.
Look, I mean, it's bad enough when you catch your head naturally. You know, when you lift your head up and you bang your head on the door.
Yeah.
But when you slam the door on your head, ouch.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt a lot worse than vice versa.
Yeah. So next week I'm gonna buy some of them. You know, the drawer sliders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some of them and screw them onto the actual unit and to the door, and then make the door so it slides open rather than instead of opens wide. Because otherwise she's going to be a fucking Force 10 disaster zone. I had to rebuild part of my walk-in wardrobe that I made her because she got up and put her hand on the middle of the bar and lifted herself up, bent the fucking bar. It's like, oh, for God's sake!
Hopefully she feels better.
I tell you what, I just learned a lot.
What?
That one mom that's been hitting on me for about a year. That every time we're at the games, we're talking, and I take pictures of her in the stands and send it to her and all of this. I knew she wasn't. I didn't think she was married anymore because she's not wearing rings, and I don't see any guy with her anytime. And like I said, we do a lot of talking, and she's on Marketplace selling a wedding ring, saying hardly worn. And then she's got her house for sale because her dad died recently, and so they moved in with the mom. And her house is for sale. Her house is valued at $725,000. So I might have to start talking to her a little more.
It all depends on how much that house is actually paid off, though.
Yeah, but the thing is that she's selling the house, and they moved in with the mom, and I know she wears a size 6.5 ring now. So
You said her dad. It was her dad's house.
Well, this is the house they're selling. It was her house.
Yeah.
Because they moved out of this house. So this must be after the divorce or whatever.
Joe, just let me make you aware. Doesn't matter how much money there is, make sure you can get on with the mother-in-law. Because no amount of money is worth the
I
hassle
already
a
know that.
mother-in-law
I've
can
dealt
give
with
you.
one. I got one right now, still an ex-mother-in-law. She's freaking 95 years old.
Yeah.
Although
I gotta admit, Laura's mum's all right. Small doses.
I was gonna say, because if it was her dad's house, you might be lucky. It might be paid off. It's like those people that bought their houses back in like the 60s and 70s, and they only paid like 30 grand for it or 20 grand.
30 grand.
Now it's worth like fucking $500,000, all paid off.
When my stepdad, first bought his house back in the 80s, he paid 2 grand for it. That house is now worth 350 grand.
When my dad bought his house back in 1958, it cost him £900. It's now worth 235.
That makes sense for the 50s. Now for the 80s, David's dad got a cheap ass deal.
I bought mine, which is about the same size as my dad's, in 96, and that cost me 50,000.
Because I would say, Joe, your average family house in the 80s would have been what, about 30 to 60 grand? Somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Depending on where you lived at.
And mine would be worth.
Have you seen the message that Lance got?
250,000.
From ChatGDP. It says, sorry, Mark. It's just put in the chat. Yeah. It seems like I can't do more advanced data analysis right now. Please try again later. If you still want to create an STL file from the photo, in the meantime, I recommend trying a tool like It's a Litho or 3D Builder by Microsoft, which can turn images into 3D lithophanes that you can export as STL files. Would you like a step-by-step guide on how to do this?
You don't want a lithophane.
Yeah, but he could do. When I was playing with ChatGPT the other day, it gave me the same message, and all I did was just did it a few minutes later, and it went through. It's just because they get overrun with the amount of people.
But don't forget, those people that have Bamboo have access to MakerWorld through Bamboo, and they've given 3D model makers.
What's up, Dre?
Check this house out.
I want to know where you're buying a house for $30,000 in the 80s, especially the late 80s.
Look at the pictures of this house.
In Blackpool.
Dude,
I don't know.
nice.
I was just guessing. That's why I was asking Joe.
Look at his kitchen. Watch.
You can still buy houses for $2 grand in Blackpool. They're all fucking shite. No one wants to live there.
That is nice.
So how much would an average home have cost back in the 80s, Dre?
Like I said, I'll look at a house up in Vancouver, Washington.
That's a good person too.
Back in 89, I would say not 1990, and they were going for about 65,000 then.
I think, but that was
bedroom, roughly 1,800 square foot home on a corner lot.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I
but
was
wasn't that
saying.
after the 1985, 86 boom when all
Oh
of a
yeah.
sudden
Oh hell yeah.
prices suddenly jumped?
What I would, well, that's what I was saying. I was estimating between 30 to 60, but depending on where you lived at.
Yeah.
Like if you
It's
lived in a
all
Midwest
depending
state
on where you live at.
back then, it probably would have been a lot cheaper.
Lance has
when
now got the
when I bought
message.
my house in '93, it was 124,000.
Let me know.
Now it's worth over 750,000.
Yeah, but what he doesn't tell you is he has 17 butlers, 19 rooms, and you know, back in the 80s, he threw some guy out of his front door like out of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You better get the $20 a month thing then, Lance.
Yeah, it screwed him over.
Like I said, the other day or yesterday, I was playing around with it, and it said the same thing. It said that they were too busy at the moment to try to do the picture because
Lance,
I guess
there's
just the
all
amount of people using it. And
yeah,
I tried it a few minutes later, and it worked.
yeah, and Lance.
I
just
don't think mine worked because it should have uploaded or whatever
Yeah.
by now.
Shut up,
so I'm
TJ.
like, oh.
No, it's still
I'm only
processing.
joking. I'm only joking. But Lance, if you can't use ChatGDP, try Copilot because they did an update last week, and I'll tell you what, they fucking seriously improved their AI. Their image creator is not too good, but Copilot itself, that is shit hot at the moment. And not many people are using it because everyone's going ChatGDP.
Mind you, house prices are a bit of a
False economy.
yeah, kind of. Because although I paid 50,000 for my house, by the time I'd finished paying the mortgage, which took me 13 years, I'd actually spent 100,000 buying it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Microsoft is using OpenAI's some of their models, the same ones obviously ChatGPT is using. So
Yeah,
they are
but-
using some of their models, but they do have their own proprietary model called LLMs. And it allows access to ChatGPT-4 Turbo.
And while we're wishing people happy birthday, Sir David Attenborough, age 99.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he died.
No, he's still going.
All right, I'm jumping
Just
off
an old
the
F
video
now.
later.
Catch you later.
Is he still
Later,
narrating
Tristan.
videos?
Yeah, he still does every now and again.
Well, I can hire and narrate one of mine.
Yeah. Oh. So tired of thunderstorms. We're getting some more in a few minutes. I want it to end,
Some
so I go
more coming
fly.
another day or two.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get more. As
Because
over the
I said
weekend,
if
we
you
got
the
them
ones
coming.
that just left here in California over the weekend.
So you're saying I should thank you?
Well, you know how it is, Joe. You know, we try to do our best. It's going to be about 9 degrees today.
You keep them bitches. Yeah, they're saying that it's gonna rain over the weekend, and next week we're gonna be in the 90s.
Yeah, we're gonna be 90 today. Probably gonna tip about 100 tomorrow and Saturday. But I gotta fly tomorrow, so I'm about to get out there a little early.
Yeah. Paul's out there flying under the bridge with a Falcon on the bridge. So I'm hoping he does a screen share. I mean, screen recording just in case.
Oops.
What's he flying?
He's flying this ship right there, but he's got his Air 2S.
Oh, okay.
And they
That's
got
US. Okay, you got it back up again.
Yeah, and the Falcon is sitting on top of the bridge looking around. So maybe you'll think you got a bird.
Yeah.
Well,
Question.
worst case, you gotta hope
Second
that
graders.
second and
How
nest,
old are
they're
they?
more aggressive when they're nesting.
Oh, you're right.
Second graders are about 5, I think.
Is that right?
Second grade is probably about 6, 7.
Yeah, because one woman in Kentucky is seriously pissed off with her second grader. She came home and found that she'd ordered 70,000 dum dums. Never leave your bank card with the kids.
As long as it's
Don't-
Amazon, they
don't
can send them
leave
back.
Don't leave them nothing with internet access. That's what that problem is.
Yeah.
He ordered that
It's-
stuff through Amazon, didn't he?
It's London Art's birthday today.
Well, it just tells me they got enough money to do it. So,
Yeah.
or enough credit. So Loki, I messed with him last night. He comes in the back and he always gets right in front of my bed and he turns around, waits for me to pet him. So I pet him and everything, and I went and got everything ready to go to sleep. Had my shoes down and everything. I went next to I got a stool I got to step in to get in my bed. It's so high. So I got my shoes there and I put my slippers there. And I turned around and I pet him again. I said, "Now you working tonight?" And he looks at me and I said, "Make sure you lay right here and you work and watch that door." About an hour later, look down, he's laying there right by my shoes watching the front. And it woke up this morning, he was laying there watching the front. He had to work last night. But at nighttime, he comes and he lays on top of my shoes. But they take turns doing that though. They'll take turns where I'll tell them, like when Justin was coming home late, I'd say, "Justin's coming home, y'all gotta watch the door." And I'd look over there and Tina would be in the hallway watching the door, and he'd get up and Cleo would go do it. And then she'd get up and Loki go do it. They just did shifts. Like fire watch.
They're laying on your shoes.
Yeah, they lay on top of my shoes.
Yeah, your shoes must be really comfortable.
No, I think it's the smell. I think they want the smell of me, you know? But they were fire watchers now. Hey, Dre, that's the one thing I hated when I was in the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in a barracks at any station, that you had to catch that arbitrarily 4-hour fire watch. I hated that. Those 4 hours take a long time to go by.
So what you up to today, Dre?
Oh,
Gotta
probably
go
gotta go fly the bridge today. Check on one of the park projects. I got a couple of people who need to come and reclaim their stuff out of storage. That when we go around, we clean up the parks from the homeless community. And due to a lawsuit, if they ask us to store their gear, we will store it for 90 days.
Oh,
So I got a couple of those people supposed to come down today and collect their stuff. But other than that, nothing much.
Justin's telling me he's gonna go clean something. Cause I put out a video where I had this like little Buddha, like little statue, like little figurine thing out in our little garden thing, and his head had fell off or whatever or broke, and so I was fixing it, and I must have said like clean like at least like 50 times in my video that I put out.
And Dre,
Yes.
Brenda says good morning.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at something else. I got a
It's all right.
possible
It's fine,
dispute with
just
your
passing on the
favorite
message.
people. Tell Brenda I said hello. I'm looking on Amazon because there are some extra
Can hear ya.
charges I'm not familiar with.
She can hear you say hello.
Damn, you
don't
caught
worry,
me,
don't
Dre.
worry. Yeah, don't worry about this, Trey. I've got you. Brenda,
Oh, thank you.
just in case you didn't hear it, Trey says hello.
Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
TJ said that that booty found it broken in the yard. And it's either one or two things. Either he hit it with the Avada or his wife went out there and said, I hate this damn thing and kicked it.
Mm.
And then he went and fixed it and put it back.
Mhm.
What you need to do is take that Buddha, package it up, and send it to Bob Dempsey.
Oh yeah.
He'd love it.
Like, here you go, Bob.
Yeah, he said he's a Buddhist. So there you go.
Yeah.
Send it to him. Now, he might be offended, though. I think it's as tall as he is, right?
Oh yeah. No, it's just like he's just like sitting there like I don't know. He's like his legs are crossed. He's like just sitting there like with his arms like this and just kind of.
All 8 of them.
Maybe his hands are like this, like
Hey, Dre, are you going to go back to the Vegas meetup?
I plan on it, but I'm also trying to go to a law enforcement conference, drone conference down in Irvine, California in October. So I'll just see how my time and my few little nickels add up and see if I can make both of them.
Sure. I think I'm going to go this year. I've got. I want to go to the museum. The neon museum, the neon graveyard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
I know they got a couple other new attractions there. They got I think it's the John Wick museum or adventure or something.
Yeah. I want to go. My buddy wants to go, so I thought, well, let's go together and let's do it that weekend, so I can go to the drone meetup as well. And
Yeah.
Bob knows, I don't know, the curator at the museum. So, and it's one block away is Class G airspace, but the Neon Museum is in restricted airspace. So he's gonna chat with the guy for me. See what we can do.
Aren't y'all gonna go to the Dre or any of you guys, are y'all Lance, are you gonna go to the Rhode Island drone meetup?
Yeah, I'm going to that one too.
Yeah, that's long.
The private jet is booked. TJ couldn't get a spot on it, so I'm gonna have to pass this time.
He'll pass this time.
I got the last seat.
I say the
Yeah,
John.
I don't know. Josh and I were messaging each other like the other day, and he was telling me to come on. You only live once, and I was like, well, I'll just have to see how things go, I guess.
Yeah, I live once, but it's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
John Wick Museum must just be full of dead bodies.
What museum?
John Wick.
Oh.
You could always go to the drone meetup in Spain at the beginning of September.
I'd do that in a heartbeat when I retire.
That's where Jackie and all them live, right?
Yeah, they're the ones that are organizing it.
Yeah.
Jackie and Terry.
Does anybody here have a friend on Facebook that whenever you see a post, you know it's him before you even see the name? Or somebody you know like that? They got this guy I went to boot camp with, Brian Goki. And I looked at his, read this, I said, this Goki. And I looked up and it was him. It says, Confucius say, man with hole in trouser pocket going to feel cocky all day.
Isn't there another Confucius saying that man who go to sleep with itchy butt wake up with smelly finger?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Uh,
But I looked at that and I went, I'll see a picture and I'll say Goki. I'll look up and it's him. I mean, I know this guy so well. I was on the top bunk, he was on the bottom bunk in boot camp. So we had the whole 13 weeks together. And the ironic part about it, everywhere I was stationed, he was stationed, but I left or he left right before one of us got there. We just missed each other at every station.
Check out the Mob Museum. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool as well. That's where the mob started, Las Vegas.
And you walk in there, and the first thing they give you the pamphlet, and the pamphlet says, "Whatever you see, forget about it."
What stays in Vegas?
Yeah, I think he was a third cousin that was a well-known name in that realm of people. Carlos Mosello. Big mobster.
uh,
Yeah, that's how you get a pink eye.
yeah. Yeah. Going to sleep with itchy butt, wake up with smelly finger.
That's what I told Tino when he had he had red eye in both eyes. I was putting the drops in and he was giving me trouble one day, and I said, "You wouldn't have this thing, you wouldn't be smelling that girl's butt, smelling Cleo's butt all the time.
Yeah.
Get your face away from my ass."
Oh, that's funny.
But it got to a point where it must have been helping him because I'd do it and he'd just lay there and just let me put the drops in his eyes, and then he licked my hand like thank you, like it was helping, $58 freaking for a bottle this big.
I was just
That's crazy.
tasting before he bit.
Yeah, you got a point. I want to make sure I got enough salt on the meat before he bites me. That's my cousin's German Shepherd right now. If you're not in the room with one of them, he'll lick you first and then he'll bite you. He'll give you that first chance. I got to pay attention to my phone today when it rings because I'm pretty sure that they're going to call me from DJI and not email me.
Oh, about your drone?
Yeah. I'm hoping they're looking at it, trying to decide how much they want to give me now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about this, but I don't need another drone. But one of the guys was selling his Autel drone. He wants to sell it to me, but I told him I have to think about it.
Which one?
Said he give me I think it's the Autel Plus, I think.
Yeah,
He said he would sell it to me for said it would sell it to me for like 600, 650.
That's
there's
cheap.
a Nano, there's the Light Plus.
Yeah, probably the Light Plus, I think.
There's the controller, or you got to use your phone.
The controller.
Yeah, but
That's
has it got a controller with a screen on it?
Yeah.
Right. Because that you can only get that with the Light Plus, I think.
Yeah, if he's got the Light Plus with the screen and it's in good shape, 600, jump on it.
Or I think the Evo 2.
Yeah, it's the Evo 2 Plus or whatever. They got a sale on
I don't
today.
think he.
In fact,
I don't think he's
Evo
fly.
2 Pro, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he fly. He doesn't fly it anymore. So.
You know what, guys?
Yeah.
I do some stupid shit, and now I'm going to be going out in a minute. I'm going to be carrying a fucking life-size female mannequin
Yeah.
back.
Hey TJ,
Okay. What's up,
about
Don?
about that hotel that you were thinking about, you said the key phrase at the very beginning of your statement is that you don't need it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a big
I
thing.
have 4 drones already. So.
You don't need it. So why would
You-
you throw money at something you don't need?
And you could have
Yeah.
had
You
a
don't
flip.
fly.
Think,
I mean, hell,
TJ.
I've got the Air 3, the Air 2S. You know, it does what I need it to do. So. And then I got the Mini 2, and I got the Avata, and I got the Neo. So
Right. You don't need it, so don't think about it.
yeah.
Put it out of your
Thanks,
head.
Don. Thank you for my thought process.
It's like,
Check this one out right here. That's the Evo 2 Pro 3. 4 batteries, the controller, the case for $24.99. That's nice.
$25.
June, July, August.
That's a good deal right there. But they throw
Yeah,
this on sale every once in a
$24.99.
while. Yeah, they throw this on sale every once in a while for like $21.99.
I think that's what Hodges flies.
Oh, $23.49. It's on sale. You can save the $150 still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hodges has got one of them.
Yeah, that's a nice drone. Because what you call it had this one. He didn't have the Evo. This is as big as a Mavic 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny had the Evo Lite. That's like an Air 2S.
Dustin Dunhill did a good review on the Evo 2.
And plus, he even said like I think 1 or 2 of the batteries don't even fit in there too well. You have to like tape it or use the damn like the whatever to hold the battery. And so I don't.
Yeah, don't buy it. It sounds like the batteries are swollen.
Yeah.
Think, TJ, $2,500. You could have had a flip for
Hey,
a
look who
quarter of
just
that.
came in the chat. Hodges is here.
No, only
Sorry,
6.
sorry to cut you off, David, but I just kind of
Yeah,
looked
the
over at my
Evo 2
phone.
Enterprise. That's what it is.
No, you're not. You're always happy to cut me off. I know what you're doing, TJ.
But you were saying anyways, David.
Yeah. For the price you're going to pay for that, you could have had a flip for a quarter of that.
Yeah.
No, he said he could buy it for 600, not 2.5 grand was a brand new one.
Now,
My
well,
buddy has it and doesn't like it because
And
of
the
the feel with the camera from pointing
hey,
down,
Paul, how you doing?
from pointing down to coming up to the.
See, that was my fault. I mentioned his name, and just like Beetlejuice, there he was.
What? Paul Hodges.
Yeah.
That it's amazing how many times that actually happens. You say someone's name, and they just appear out of nowhere. You've not seen them for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you're all good, Paul. Paul, you need to spare some time and come on the panel and let's have a catch up.
Yeah, I know, right?
We missed you.
You need to come on the panel more often, bud.
And we actually need a Paul on the panel, not a Paul's chair. Just need a Paul.
Yeah, I'm not a false chair. That's funny. Come on up and hang out with us for a little bit before you leave.
You know, that one place that I got a gazillion-dollar credit card on, where I could get 24 months same as cash, they have hotel too. I didn't realize it. They've got the package with 2 batteries for $2,000. Normally $2,500.
Mm.
Pro 6K rugged bundle, version 3 with everything. It's only got 2 batteries. They had 3 batteries. I think about it. I really would.
I don't think the batteries last as long as the DJI ones either.
Batteries 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. Mind you, you won't get 40 minutes. You might get 33, 34.
30 would be good.
Mm.
Like I said, if they had 3 batteries with this for like $21.99, I'd jump all over it.
Joe, you don't need another drone.
No, I'm getting ready to get a good one. I'm waiting for DJI to tell me what they're gonna give me. No, I don't like the smaller drones. I'm actually thinking about letting the Air 2S go.
Why are you gonna let the Air 2S go? That's a good drone.
I like it, but even the Air 3S has got so much more to it, and it's even a little bit bigger. I like to have the weight of the drone. I like the fact that it'll handle the wind better.
Yeah.
Buy
Because
a
it doesn't hurt
steer
I love the
strap
Air
it on.
3. I mean, Mavic 3 is just, to me, the best drone I've had. And I mean, that drone, I put, like I said, I put it up with
Hey, JD.
with 57-mile-an-hour winds right after a hurricane. I had it up.
And JD is pretty funny.
Catch you later, Paul. Have a good one.
Later, Paul.
Come on the panel sometime soon and come hang out with us.
Don't worry, we'll kick TJ off for you.
I love you too, David.
Yeah, you keep talking over me, so fuck you. It's all good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all good.
It is. Why does it feel so cold today?
Because it's fucking cold. It's the wind.
Mm.
Not here in the Pacific
But
Northwest.
it's all going to warm up tomorrow. We got thunderstorms on Saturday.
16 degrees
Yay.
with a low of 7. We haven't got thunderstorms. We've got a nice sunny day. 19 tomorrow, 21 on Saturday, 22 on Sunday, 22 on Monday. 20 Tuesday, 20 Wednesday, 22 Thursday, 22 Friday, 22 Saturday. It's going to be a very warm week next week. It's only going to stay at 16 till 6 o'clock, then it's going to drop.
I guess Paul had to go get the peanuts after the flight.
Yeah.
No, the Boston creams.
Oh, he had some.
Yeah, he probably ate them, so he's gone for more.
He was saying that the squirrels outside with a picket sign saying more peanuts, more peanuts.
Some random person just messaged me on Facebook asking if they can join my charity event. And I said, if you want to raise money, then you can. And they went, no, they want me to raise the money for them to do it. I was like, Back off.
So pack it in.
Do your own charity raising.
Want you to raise the money so he could money launder it and then you get in trouble.
Yeah, not doing that. Don't mind people joining me and raising money for their own charity, but they do it in their own name. I'm having nothing to do with it. Do my own.
Tell them pack it in.
I might send them on a wind up and tell them I'm going to do a skydive in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And the plan is to land on Blackpool Tower and then do the walk of faith before I'm sailing down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to do no skydive near Blackpool Tower. That fucking spike looks evil on the top. Misjudge that when you're fucked.
And for those of our friends that don't know what Blackpool Tower looks like, it looks like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. And the walk of faith is 380 foot up in the air.
What you're saying is y'all copied it, right?
No, we got given it by France.
It was actually meant to go next to the Eiffel Tower.
How the heck do you get up to that restaurant up there? Because like, I was asking somebody about this the other, like, I don't know, like
Which restaurant, Blackpool Tower or Eiffel Tower?
It's got
the Eiffel Tower one, because it
You got
sits
an
on
elevator. You got a lift.
it sits on four like things, and they're
It's
all
a
in the
lift.
corner. So how the heck do you? I mean, how do you? There's a little.
Have
thing,
you
like-
not? Yeah, if you look to the side, there's a ladder.
The staircase goes all the way up.
Yeah, no, it's a ladder. You got to climb up. There's no rope, no nothing. You just got to climb up the ladder.
Oh.
Right, it's got a lift, an
No,
elevator.
there's an
I was gonna say,
elevator.
is there a lift that like comes out of the middle and that just like brings you up or something?
Yeah.
But just
You didn't see
remember,
Superman when you had to stop the thing or whatever. They had a bomb in it.
yeah, just remember though, the restaurant's on the 90th floor, and anything below that you don't want to get out on.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking long way down.
Yeah, Blackpool's is better. They've got a circus and a ballroom.
Yeah, they got all sorts up there.
Yeah,
And some bloody stupid walk of faith.
and a dirty great big organ,
Yeah.
a Wurlitzer.
It's weird how they've there's only like Blackpool Tower and the Eiffel Tower, and no one else has actually tried to copy it or make them bigger.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't one in Dubai yet.
Yeah. 900 foot up in the air. It's an observation tower.
Observation tower.
Well, they're supposed to be redefining how buildings are measured, because a lot of these buildings that are claiming to be a certain height are not actually that height. It's all non-livable space and just metal poles. Now they want to make it where a building's height is only measured by its livable space.
Yeah. Hey, Kate last year left her AirPods in a hotel room in Keighley, I think it was. Somewhere over near Bradford, anyway. And when she phoned up the hotel the next day to see if anybody had handed him in, she was told no. He says, well, you know, the cleaners must have found it. So
Mhm.
either they've pocketed it or
Well, they're no use to them. If they're AirPods, then they're no use because
I had that happen with a couple of silver $50 that I used to carry around.
Yeah.
That I left sitting on a bedside table.
well,
Nope, nothing was reported. It was left there. Nope, nothing was left in the room. We checked.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can track them on
Yeah.
your iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Well, she found them, or she noticed them a few days later near a
Go
pub,
on.
near a pub in Keighley.
Yeah.
And then they
Whose video is this?
they turned up
This dude
yesterday
is good.
on the tracking system at a railway station somewhere in Poland.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
What the hell?
They will take
That last one was pretty good.
That was a pretty crazy
They-
gap right there.
a lot of people will
Yeah.
take tech, especially
These are-
like Apple, that can be tracked,
this
and they
dude's
will
good.
ship it off to be whatever.
Golly. Dude.
That just makes me sick.
Oh.
Mhm.
I mean, it's pretty good flying to get those gaps.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
Tiny gaps like that would make me nervous.
But
I think his name's Oliver.
But it gets boring after a while to me because it's like, okay, yeah, it's a tight space, and
Oh,
Yeah, but
back to tree.
you watch, right? He's going to do all this, and then he's going to end up getting fucking taken out by a fucking sparrow.
oh yeah, you're seeing the successes. You're not seeing the hundreds of misses.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy though.
Why are these houses all graffitied?
They're abandoned.
Your tagline.
Why was it just
That'd
abandoned
be a
houses?
cool place to fly.
You've got a homeless problem, and all these houses are empty. Get people in them.
Not as easy as it's said.
The homeless problem is not
A housing problem.
a housing problem. Yeah.
Oh, I know there's people that are homeless with problems, and some people prefer to be on the streets and stuff like that.
The housing problem is a mental illness and drug problem.
The housing problem.
Now that would add a piece of glass and that'd been funny.
It's
Yeah,
not
that
a
would be
housing
pretty
supply
sweet. There was a piece of
issue.
glass right there.
Homelessness is not a housing supply issue.
It's
Mm.
over here.
Oh no, not this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, the dude's pretty good.
It'd be really simple if it was.
Definitely
Maybe
a
not
housing
really simple,
supply
but a lot
problem over
simpler.
here.
It'd be a lot simpler if it was.
Here he
But
goes again. That's a tight hole.
Oh.
Our local
Yeah.
council has 3,000 people waiting for properties.
well,
I want to
maybe
see
you
him go
guys
down the
shouldn't open
slide.
up. Maybe you guys shouldn't open up your borders to.
It's got nothing to do with that. It's
Go through
Well,
that.
it has to have something to do with it. If you have
no.
thousands of
You
people
wanna
coming
s-
in,
no.
those people need to be housed, right?
We've got a problem
Don,
again
Don.
with empty homes.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
but they're
gotta- you
owned
gotta
by.
realize the system is different. The housing David is referring to is subsidized housing.
Mhm.
Yeah, housing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But
Okay.
still, housing is a good.
Yeah.
And if you let in a bunch of people into your country that are going to need that good, the amount of that good available is going to be reduced because people are using it.
Oh, your economic theory is sound, but the problem is the housing we're referring to is subsidized housing, which
It doesn't matter
means
what
you
kind of
get-
housing.
Oh, it is what kind of housing, because if those who are in need are also in need of subsidizing.
Okay.
So here in America, we don't have as much subsidized housing as other countries do, where primarily everyone in the country is on subsidized housing.
That's true. And I'm talking about their housing over there.
Well, that's
Well,
just what I'm saying. You know,
the
like you say, let
houses,
in more people are on the road.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at this one. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. If they're letting more people into the country
again.
than what their housing
Oh.
system can support, you're going to
Right.
have a shortage
look at
shortage
this.
of housing.
No. Right. That's not the issue, right?
Another
If you
one right
actually
here.
look in this country, if you go the further north you go, there's a more supply of housing. Yeah. It's just people don't want to up sticks and move from here to say County Durham. Now, when we got made homeless, we got offered a place in County Durham, which sounded like a real good deal. Yeah, it was moved to County Durham. We will give you £5,000 to move up there, and once you've been there for 2 years, you can buy the house for £5,000. And it was like, well, that just seems really too good to be true. What's the catch? And then we found the catch. The housing stock is there, just not being well maintained. Yeah. There was grass growing on the walls and there's a tree in the living room. It would cost way more than the property is worth to renovate. That's our biggest problem. Yeah. Too many landlords buying them and then running them down. Not doing the repairs and stuff, and then they end up getting left.
Well, that is one thing that we have a problem with here in the U.S.
One of the other biggest problems is the amount of how we put it, oligarchs and stuff like that, rich people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one problem we have here is institutional buying.
Yeah.
Well, David, that would be perfect for you, a tree growing in the living room, because you got all them friggin' birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Paul, there was a hole in the dining room in the floor, and it went down into a freaking coal mine. Yeah, so that was a hell of a basement.
So you would have had a great air raid bunker. All right.
Free fuel.
Yeah. Hey, Gitchy.
I'm just dipping down to the basement for some more coal.
Hey, Gitchy, are you in London? Hi.
Hey, yeah, Paul, did you see who came in the chat?
Who?
Hodges.
Hodges came in here.
Who did?
Paul Hodges.
Oh, Hodges. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we haven't seen him in quite a while.
Yeah, he just popped in like a little bit ago, then he left. What's up, John? And then JD chimes in and says Hodges transitioned and is self-conscious of showing her new self.
Right, I've got to go and collect that mannequin tomorrow.
Mannequin.
Have Laura walk in front of you and video you walking down the street holding his mannequin. We definitely want to see it.
He's going to be holding on to his mannequin.
Do we have a logo somewhere? I didn't see it in Teams. We're going to do learn more. Will it be a good tagline? 40 characters.
Yeah, I'm.
What was that?
It's going to be bad enough because I've got to carry it on the bus.
I'll try.
2 buses.
TJ, this thing's still processing.
I know. I'm gonna try it again because
the image has to be 640 by 640 minimum.
Oh, do you know you're not muted?
I take Donald's on the phone.
He's talking to his colleagues.
Mm.
I'm about to put it in there again and ask it and see what it does because it still hasn't.
No, just leave it alone. It will do it eventually. Like I said, you can even get out of it and come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do it again, it's going to start all over again. Don't be like Paul.
Yeah.
Have patience.
Paul's JDS asked, what is it, JDS?
Yeah, he was asking how the ships
yeah,
are going.
how's your ships going?
Well, I just came back from
Where's
doing a
Mr.
We
ship.
have an audio
There's
ghost
also
submission
some
from October.
subscriptions that I was unaware of on my account.
Oh, I can't mute Donald because
No.
I'm not a co-host.
But
Donald,
sure
I'm just
did-
going to mute you until you finish.
from October here.
I just muted Dre also because he was talking to somebody about his account.
That was Donald, weren't it?
No, Dre did too.
All right.
Because he said he found a charge that he didn't recognize. He said, I got a question about my account.
Hey,
Damn,
Paul,
I should have left him unmuted. I could have got his number.
What platform do you use to put music in your what do you use for your music?
Ooh.
Just
Me?
online music. That's all I use.
Oh.
I've got a whole great big catalog of music
Right.
that
PJ,
I have saved
are you-
over the years into
Are you looking
music.
to? Yeah, but are you looking for?
Well, no, because
You got to talk to Joe about it. Joe is the master of music.
Right.
Well,
It
because
depends
I was
what you're doing,
asking Johnny,
TJ.
I was asking Johnny last night or whatever about CapCut, and I was like, is all their music
It's
music?
No. TJ, you've got to understand a few things. The music is copyright free to you through CapCut, right? So when you use it on your video, they license it to you. However, when you play that on someone else's channel or they play it, that person doesn't have an account with CapCut that has a license to that music. Yeah, that's all it is. So you're free to use it on your channel. That's not an issue. Yeah, you just got to be careful on other people's channels because they don't have the license. You do.
You such a
yeah. But Suno, they offer a free version. You can actually create your own free music, make your own lyrics, make your own music. Yeah, play around with it and stuff. And the funny thing is, all you have to do is just when you put it up on your YouTube channel, you just got to say this was made by Suno. But if you're monetized, then you do have to buy the premium version, which is $10 a month. But you can make as many songs as you want.
I don't know.
You saw the song that made you the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
You can have all sorts of fun.
Yeah, because I was asking Johnny, and he doesn't really care about all that stuff or whatever. But
see, sometimes as well, the music doesn't get caught up. Yeah, and then you think, oh, so good, and then 6 months down the line, some fucker comes along and goes, "Oi, that's my song." And that's been happening a lot on YouTube lately.
Yeah.
Where you've had a video up for years and then somebody comes along and claims something in it. All they're doing is chancing it. But yeah. Could you see Paul fighting someone that's claiming ownership? Even though Paul's not monetized?
I mean, I haven't seen it, so.
Well, no, you ain't been a victim of it yet. I have. I've had someone try to claim my videos.
They said black smoke is again rising from the Sistine Chapel. Must mean they're waiting for the mail-in vote.
No. It means the stuff they're smoking ain't good shit. So that means the third round of voting. They're all there going, wait, do we get free food? free hotel lodgings. Fucking drag this boat out. Otherwise, you have to go back to our choir boys. But TJ, you're fine to have music if it's through CapCut because you're licensed to it.
Yeah.
It's the same with the music in YouTube. It's ridiculous. If I use a song for YouTube, yeah, I get a license to use it. But then if I shared it on here, Paul doesn't have a license, even though he could get a license. Yeah. But because he didn't create
Because
that
I
part of the
published
video.
it. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Because
stupid.
what?
Because I published it. I'm at fault.
Yeah, and yet he hasn't done anything wrong. So that's all it is. You're not doing. There's nothing crazy, TJ. You're good. Your videos are good.
Oh, okay.
And it's only when it's music as well, which is stupid. Or as me and Paul found out, rugby matches. Commentary. That's frowned upon. Which is puzzling. How many times have we had commentary playing in the background of like American football and we haven't picked it up?
No rugby.
Just goes to show.
Yeah.
What's a problem for one is not a problem for the other. Okay.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna jump off here and
Geronimo,
go be productive somewhere. But I'll see y'all later on this evening.
What are you planning to make babies or what?
I don't know.
No, he said productive, not reproductive.
Go be productive. I'm gonna go be productive.
Okay.
I might go. I don't know. Like it's nice out, so I might go fly the Avata somewhere or something. I didn't fly it this morning. I thought about it, but then I was like, nah. Everybody just kind of seemed to quit flying, so I was like more like socializing than flying. So, but y'all have a good rest of your morning, and I'll see y'all this evening.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Adios.
What? Hey, Mark. It looks like no Americans will be coming over here anytime soon.
Roger. And you have any cargo on board, and what is your next destination? Over.
Bye, Dre.
Good morning. Sorry, traffic.
Donald, I muted you because you was chatting on Teams, I think.
Donald's muted too.
Yeah, no, I muted him because he was chatting on
Yeah,
Teams.
thank you. Yeah. Was I giving away
Ed's-
trade secrets?
Yeah,
Asking
couldn't
for a
find some-
square logo?
yeah. Well, there you
640 by
go.
640?
Yep. And Ed's working during the days now, so I think we might only see him a few times in the evenings. Yeah, don't worry, Donald. You'll be able to get a working visa over here, but no one else in America will.
Why is that?
They're gonna make it where you've got to have an A level in English.
Oh.
To get a work visa.
Okay, well I can do that.
Yeah, you will. The likes of Justin with his
It's like
aluminum.
I can speak properly. If by properly I need to change to aluminium, I can do that. I can put a kettle on.
Yeah,
and I know that if you invite me over for tea, it's not just for a cup of tea.
No. It could be tea and cake, or it could be a cup of tea on its own, or it could be your main meal.
We don't know what we're doing.
Just get your fucking ass over here.
But you'd have to, talk slowly for the American.
I just was editing that flight I did this morning. The wind was absolutely horrible out there, and it ended up being almost a 6.5 minute flight recording, and I cut it back down to 3 minutes by speeding up certain sections of it, and I'll show it to you when I get it done here. It was horribly windy, coming out of the north, right directly down. But it is what it is, right?
It is. Not much you can do about it once the video's been done.
Paul, did you have it in sport mode?
Yeah, halfway through I changed it to sport, but it still was fighting the wind. When I got up underneath the bridge, because the bridge is like a funnel of the wind.
Well, it says 14 miles an hour, 28 gusts, and you've flown in faster than that.
Well, they're lying, because it was gusting 45 at points.
I think
And especially
the
the design of that bridge, and like the wind just funnels down through there.
I don't see how it could make a difference.
Oh, it does. I can tell the difference on a good day. It slows down when I get under the bridge, and then it takes off again.
But that's too wide open to seem like it'd be a funnel. Because I've flown under bridges here, the same kind of bridges, and I don't have any effect different.
It incredibly different.
Awesome. They already have a tag placed. That is a good thing.
So what are you up to today, Joe?
Gotta print some roses, and I may go flying. We got weather coming. I gotta see when the weather's coming in.
Oh, so it looks like the British and American have struck a trade deal.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we get your crappy beef and agricultural products and ethanol, and you get our shit.
Yeah, that's what's on the news right now, isn't it?
I'm not even sure what the feckin' hell we've got to trade with you guys that you haven't already got.
And they also just said on the news, they got a picture on Fox News in the corner of the chimney
Oh, you're
where the
leaving,
smoke
Jim.
comes out,
Bye.
and they says
Black smoke.
The conclave is underway.
Yeah, they got to go for a
Smoke twice, didn't they, Joe?
You got to do
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but didn't they get black smoke already twice?
Yeah, so they're doing the third vote.
That's just cleaning out the flu.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Shoot, they ain't ready to go anywhere. They're in a 5-star freaking hotel. They don't want to go back to their third world countries. Some of them Cardinals.
Wow.
Just saying, about time I sacrificed all these years down here. I'm gonna live it up while I'm here.
Sacrifice.
Hey, here's what the ship I just did in that high wind. Let me know what you guys think.
Quiet.
You can tell the camera gets a little herky-jerky because of the high winds and me speeding it up. Right there, I'm doing about twice times 2. I had a lot of trouble right here at the stern when I tried to turn around and go behind it. There's 2.5 times speed. Look at the flags over there. Those are the big ass flags too. You can tell it's sped up too, can't you, Joe?
Not really.
Check down at Whiteburg, but that's done, and then check down at 6. Sorry, traffic.
But then again, you can see how far out you had to go to get round it.
Yeah, because of the wind, I didn't want to be smacking the front of it.
That is a long ship.
1,000 feet.
3 football fields.
American Steamship Company.
10 football fields, I mean. 10 football fields. No, 3 football fields. Are you going backwards here or just holding still?
No, I was going backwards.
That was a good flight.
It was.
But yeah, it's a lot more herky-jerky than normal, but it is what it is.
Yep. Better than not getting one, I guess.
Yeah, you've handled it well, Paul.
Yeah,
And
that was
no-
that Lance, I condensed down 7 minutes of flight time into 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah. So you sped it up in iMovie.
No, Movie Maker. Well, what do you guys think? David, you're getting quiet.
I'm all right. I'm just doing stuff on my computer while listening and talking. And
Yep, I just kind of count you guys as
Background
annoyance.
noise.
background while I'm trying to get
annoyances while he's trying to work.
people in the office.
Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to shut it down. And
You
we'll
gonna
see all
pack
of
it
you
in?
again later today, if God willing, and you guys are interested. 5 o'clock.
I think this
pack it
time,
in.
Paul, we'll blame Mark. He's been very quiet.
Okay.
Why?
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Joe, you have a good day. We'll see all of
Catch you
you
later, guys.
later today. Bye for now.
I went and made toast.